All right, everybody. Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. What is going on, my reading family? How are you all doing on this hot? We finally got some hotness, y'all, even though I'm not a big hot person, okay? I love the fall. That's my favorite season. However, I'm not going to complain. I'm glad that we get a chance to experience some nicer, warmer weather. But that's what we're experiencing here in Cleveland. And it is just a really nice, peaceful Sunday evening. I hope it's like that for you guys as well. Thank you for joining. Those of you who are about to come on in, I made sure this time that I came right in as soon as that 7:30 mark hit. And I thank you for joining me as well. I hope that everybody is doing fantastic. For those of you who are new here, my name is Miss Sasha, and I am the founder and executive director of ABC Read that you see right there on the screen, which is the nonprofit organization that I was able to start over 10 years ago with our mission to develop and nurture a culture of literacy in our Black and underserved communities here in the greater Cleveland area. All right. Doing great things for the city of Cleveland, providing literacy events, distributing books that are culturally relevant, not just for the children, but for adults as well. Also having book clubs. We just finished our third adult book club, you guys. And we are about to embark upon our second book club for the youth. I'm super excited. That's going to be starting, inshallah, God willing, next month. So the kids, they get to read together. And then on the last day, we get to convene at a restaurant where they get to enjoy talking about the book, enjoying a delicious meal that is sponsored by ABC Read. And so just sharing with you guys things that we do. Also parent workshops. We just had our second parent workshop where I was able to talk to the parents at AJ Rickoff School about the power of reading aloud. That was super dope. We got great feedback. The surveys that the parents filled out, they said it was absolutely fantastic. So just showing you guys the impact that we're doing. And just to share with you guys, you all see the ticker at the bottom, which is inviting you all to donate to our organization. Again, this is a nonprofit organization, 501c3. So your donations definitely are tax deductible. And we appreciate, I don't care how small it is. And of course, we definitely don't care how big it is, right? Because you know that it's going to a great cause. And please go to abcread.org to see the work that we have been doing in the community. So now, I'm looking at the chat. Walaikum salam. What's up? Yes. Hello. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Yes, I just want to give that quick housekeeping. I want to do that in the beginning before I go ahead. I got a piece of hair on my dang old face. Good Lord. Before I get started with the read aloud. So, bam, y'all. Bam a lamb. Yes, one of my faves. I love reading this book, and I try to read this book, even though I know there are other children's books. There's one actually by Ilyasa Shabazz, which is Malcolm X, El Haj Malik El Shabazz's daughter. She wrote a book entitled Malcolm Little, and it goes into his story when he was little. Which is a good book as well. I've read that a few times. This book here, what I love about it is written in a poetry format, which is great, which helps to keep especially the younger people engaged. And also the artwork is absolutely phenomenal, y'all. I mean, this brother here, woo, let me read the title, of course. Teach Me About Malcolm. All right. It was written by James Wilson Jr. And I made sure I tagged him too when I was able to go live. I can't go live no more on IG because I ain't got 1,000 followers. So if you guys on IG, please make sure you follow us, okay? Because they changed the rules. You know how folks like to change up rules and stuff. So I can't even go live on there no more. But that's all right. I still share the posts. But this brother here, excellent book. And then also, again, the artwork. His name is Adawu Abayomi. I hope I said it right. All right. So let's dive on in, y'all. And of course, we got the Kahoot game afterwards. For my Kahoot folks, I know y'all ready. My competitive Kahoot folks, I know you're ready. You know what I'm talking to. All right, check it, check it. I love this. You have to learn how to see for yourself, hear for yourself, think for yourself, and then judge for yourself. Malcolm X, because you know his birthday is in a couple of days, right? If he was still alive, he would be 101. Okay. Let's see. Let me move my. Okay, you right? I know you ready. I'm ready. That's right. Let's do it. Teach me about Malcolm X, dear teacher. Would you mind? That bold, brilliant Malcolm X was truly one of a kind. When Martin Luther King had a dream and went to the mountaintop, Malcolm X taught Black people that revolution was how to make our problems stop. He was born Malcolm Little to Earl and Louise in 1925. Omaha, Nebraska would be the place where baby Malcolm would arrive. While Malcolm was a boy, he would learn about Marcus Garvey. Mr. Garvey was a mighty man who fought to make all African people free. Malcolm's parents were great helpers in Marcus Garvey's organization. It was named the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Malcolm would use Garvey's lessons later in life when he would lead a movement of his own. But things would happen first in Malcolm's life that shook him to the bone. Earl Little, Malcolm's father, was killed while Malcolm was a child. This brought great grief to the Little family and made it hard for them to smile. After his father's death, Louise Little, Malcolm's mother, became sick. Her children were put into foster care as Malcolm's family split. Poor young Malcolm, times for him had really become sad. But through it all, Malcolm learned that everything was not all bad. Malcolm was a great student, one of the smartest in his class. Malcolm learned from reading, writing, and the many questions he would ask. Why wouldn't you know? Malcolm had some most eventful times. He tried boxing and moved in with his sister, but would turn to a life of crime. Malcolm got in trouble and went to prison while he was just a young man. This would be the place where Malcolm's old ways died and his new life began. Malcolm learned every word in the dictionary, which was quite amazing. This helped Malcolm learn faster and become better at communicating. While Malcolm spent time behind the prison walls, something very special came from it. This would be when Malcolm would accept the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Leader of the Nation of Islam, whose followers called him the messenger. Elijah Muhammad sought to build a nation, and Malcolm would soon become his helper. Elijah Muhammad gave Malcolm his newfound religious faith called Islam. Those who practice Islam are called Muslims, and their book of scriptures is the Holy Quran. Elijah's teachings taught Malcolm discipline. Do you know what that means? It means doing the right thing even when no one is looking. Mr. Muhammad taught Malcolm that his name was an enslaved name. The names we have today were forced on our ancestors. What a shame. 'Twas then Malcolm abandoned the last name given to him at birth. He replaced little with the X and redeemed some self-worth. Malcolm X changed his name again after his prison time would pass. In the Muslim world, Malcolm used the name Malik el-Shabazz. After Malcolm X left prison, he became a powerful speaker. As Elijah Muhammad's minister, he would spread the messages of his teacher. Malcolm X helped Elijah Muhammad grow the Nation of Islam, a most thrilling Black group. The Nation of Islam was made up of Black Muslims and their protectors called the Fruit. Malcolm X started a newspaper for the Nation of Islam called Muhammad Speaks. The paper helped the Nation of Islam gain new members and spread Elijah's reach. With Elijah Muhammad's teachings, Malcolm X brought healing to the Black woman and man. He turned Black people away from drugs and alcohol, making them well again. Malcolm X preached to never eat meat from the hog. Elijah Muhammad taught Malcolm that the pig was part rat, cat, and dog. Malcolm X taught us to call fellow Black people sisters and brothers. He showed us that we were one African family and that we must love one another. Elijah Muhammad sent Malcolm X overseas to spread goodwill from the Nation of Islam. Malcolm traveled from the Middle East to Africa as he brought peace and calm. The world was a scary place for Black people when Malcolm was alive. White people made it hard for Black people everywhere to live in peace and strive. Bad things were happening to Black people in America and around the world. White men of the KKK once bombed a church, killing 4 little Black girls. White police officers beat Black people with nightsticks and let their police dogs chew us up. White firefighters turned their hoses on Black women and children as some walked to catch the bus. Malcolm X knew that these bad things would continue to happen until we faced our enemy. Malcolm X believed in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Don't turn the other cheek. Brother Malcolm won the hearts and minds of Black people from the words that he would say. Malcolm X was especially admired by the great boxer, Cassius Clay. Cassius loved Malcolm X's speeches. Why, he most certainly agreed. So he joined the Nation of Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali. During this time, Malcolm X would see more somber days. Malcolm would disagree with Elijah Muhammad and would go on his separate way. Malcolm X was hurt. Elijah Muhammad was like his father. But Malcolm knew that distractions on his journey could not become a bother. Malcolm was on a serious mission to make sure all Black people were treated right. He took a trip back to Africa to tell our family about our plight. Malcolm was uniting African people in different places in front of the world to see. Malcolm was going back to the lessons that he learned about Marcus Garvey. Just like Garvey, Malcolm called on the help of African people around the planet to make Africa strong so that we would never again be taken for granted. Our people in Africa loved Malcolm X. They gave him much praise. Malcolm X was so loved in Africa that they gave him a new name. Omawali would be the name that Malcolm X would earn. Omawali means the long lost African son who has finally returned. Malcolm X came back to the United States and started a new group. It was named the Organization of Afro-American Unity, or the OAAU. But one sad day will bring Malcolm's journey to an end. On February 21st, 1965, Malcolm was killed in front of his family and friends. Even though Malcolm's life on earth was over, his work continued to move forward. His deeds gave birth to new leaders and thinkers. On to freedom, they moved toward. The Black Panther Party was formed a year after Malcolm X was killed. The founders, inspired by Malcolm X, were Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X even taught the current leader of the Nation of Islam. This man marched 1 million Black men to DC. His name is Louis Farrakhan. Malcolm X was our hero, a real diamond in the rough. Malcolm X helped Black people find courage even when the times were tough. Dear Black boys and girls, Malcolm's life was an example just for you. Malcolm used his mind to change the world, which means that you can too. So the next time you hear Brother Malcolm's name, make sure you stop and smile. Because Malcolm X gave his life to free every Black man, woman, and child. The end. I absolutely love this book. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow. Here's the author too. I want to show you guys him. Right here, this brother here, he did a phenomenal job with this writing. And then this is the illustrator here. And I'm always encouraging, though, especially when you're reading to your children, make sure that you show them the authors and the illustrators, all right, so that they can, make a connection. They can see, like, yeah, these are, real folks who they read their bios. They even sometimes, authors, they'll go into their bios and, talk about, when did they started writing, all of those things. because you never know, this may inspire or encourage your child to become an author or an illustrator or both. All right. And here's the back right here. I love this, showing a picture of Malcolm's parents, Louise and Earl Little. All right. So, yeah. All right. So now it's time, y'all. It is time. I know some of y'all favorite time. Y'all like, yeah, let's get this Kahoot on and popping. So that's what we're about to do. Let me share this screen. All right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Share. All right, click start. You playing? All right. All right. It's a nice amount of people. I don't see your brother. So you guys see that number on the screen? Go ahead and type that number in. And then put your name in. And of course, you will pop up. Your name will pop up on the screen. Your name. Hey, Sydney. Yes. Oh, you sure you don't want to try? I would try. Because I'm quite sure a lot of that information you probably already know. I know that's Bree. Yeah, you should try, Bree. Lucy the Goat, my son, entered. And do not just stay on the Kahoot. Okay. Yay, what's up, Shari? Yes, yes. Oh, I see 8 people watching, so I need at least 8 names up in here. We can have up to 200 participants, y'all. Yes, yes. I am so glad you're on. Thank you, everybody, wherever you're from. It'd be nice if you could share in the chat where you are from. All right, I love to see that. I know if somebody before they were coming in from Kansas. I know we had somebody from New York in here. So this is a global affair. I need to see people from let me see Africa, let me see Australia. That's what I'm trying to see. Folks from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll wait about another 20 more seconds. And if nobody joins, nobody else enters, then I'm going to go ahead and click start. Go ahead, y'all. Woo! All right, CSJ. Yes, come on, y'all. Come on. This is a family affair. This is us having fun. That's New York. Come on, East Coast, come through. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I love it. All right, so we got 5. Get back in the game. There you go. There you go. All right. So, like I said, about 20 seconds, and it probably went over that. So I'm about to go ahead and get us started, y'all. Click this start. Yes. And I should have been more specific. I should have said his birth last name. But I mean, I'm honestly. Very good. Very good. That's right. Malcolm Little. I know. I said I know they're going to get it, but I should have been still more specific anyway. Ooh. All right. Good job. Let's see. Ooh, all right. CSJ came in real quick. Shari, Musa to go. Cotty, Sydney, you're about to get on that board. Watch the next one. You got it. You got this, girl. All right, let's see. Here we go. From the book, what man did he learn about that wanted all Black people to be free? Okay. Yes, I put different Black figures as the choice. For those of you who were able to listen to the story, I'm quite sure you got the answer. Right? Those of you who weren't, that's okay. All right. So, no, it wasn't Martin Luther King Jr. And it's interesting. That's why I put Martin Luther King Jr. on purpose, because a lot of times our people tend to, he's like the go to when it comes to Black history. But it was Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was the man, because his parents were what are called Garveyites. They followed the teachings of Marcus Garvey. Let's see. All right. All right. Here we go. Yes, yes. Let's do it, y'all. We getting our Malcolm X knowledge on tonight. Yes, we are. Why did Malcolm and his siblings have to go to foster care and live separately? That's right. Yes. Father was killed and mother became sick. Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's check it out. Check it out. Okay. Woo. CSJ, highest answer streak of 3. Shari, Kadi. All right. Yes. Musa to go. Sydney. Woo. So proud of you. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's do it. All right. What kind of student was Malcolm when he was in school? Okay. Now, he was a good student. No, not troublesome. He was actually a really good student. And it talked about that in the book. Yes. Yeah, very smart. That came from his parents. His parents wasn't no joke. Let's see here. Yes, CSJ still in the lead. Shari, look at that with a woo streak of 4 correct in a row. Woo, Cotty, Sydney. Yeah, look at Sydney moving up. And Musa to go. Go ahead. See? I knew it. All right. Oh, really? Oh, what did Malcolm learn while he was in jail that was so amazing? Okay. Yes. Learned every word in the dictionary. Now that ain't that amazing? Come on. The dedication, every word, like that always just blows my mind when every time I hear that. And I've been, remember reading that in his autobiography. I'm like, dang. Woo. All right, look at y'all. Woo, y'all doing it. Y'all doing it. All right, let's see. We are halfway there. It's only 12 questions. What was the name of the religion that he changed to while he was in jail? Yes, yes. Everybody got that one. Yep, that's right. The Nation of Islam. Okay. Good, good. Let me show you guys your scores. Check it out. Check it out. I love it. Why did his name get changed from Malcolm Little to Malcolm X? Yes, yes, that's right. Little was from the slave masters, right? Remember they talked about that in the book. Yep. Let's see. Let me show you guys your scores. All right. Woo, CSJ holding on tight, holding on to that first place. Shari right there, right there. Kadi, Sydney, go ahead, girl. Musa, my son Musa, doing your thing. All right. What was the name of the newspaper that Malcolm X? Okay. All right. So most of you got it right. That's right. Muhammad Speaks. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it was called Muhammad Speaks because it was named after Elijah Muhammad, who was the leader at the time of the Nation of Islam. All right. So let's see. Let's see who you guys are. Woo! CSJ. All right. Shari, she moving on up. And then you got Kadi, Sydney, Moose of the Go. Moose. All right. Let's see here. What were some things that the Nation of Islam did to help Black people? Okay, all right. Most of you guys got it right. That's right. Yep. Helped a lot of Black folks who struggle with addictions like drugs and alcohol and eating foods that wasn't good for them. The nation helped them to become disciplined in that regard and getting off of those things. Yes, yes. Look at that. Woo! Look, Shari has the highest answer streak of 9 in a row. Woo! All right. Look at Sydney, girl. You go, girl. All right, Musa doing your thing. Kadi. All right, these are the last couple. Let's see. Why did Malcolm X lead the Nation of Islam? Yeah, look, y'all wasn't playing. Congratulations on that one, y'all. Oh, y'all got that right. Oh, I love now that I love to see. All y'all got that right. Go ahead, y'all. Pat yourselves on the back for them. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We on our last two. Last two. How did we do when he was all right, that's right. Yes, they treat him with love and kindness. Nope, not mean. Love and kindness. Okay. And then we are on our last question, which is this one. Yep, that's right. Unfortunately, right? And very good. Everybody got that answer correct. And let me show you guys. Woo! I wonder what happened to my. I got to figure out what happened to. I like the little music that they play. Do all the whole, all the drum roll kind of music. Well, look at that, CSJ. Congratulations. Give him or her a round of applause. Woo! I know, right? Good game. Good game. Oh, is that CS James? Okay. Yay, yay. All right. Sydney. All right. Kadi. Yes, indeed. And we got Shari came in second, close second. Cotty came in close third. Sydney, I'm proud of you. Yes, Musa, the GOAT, proud of you. Bree, I know you was in here. All right. I love it, y'all. Woo! Excellent, excellent. You guys, I just feel so great. It makes me feel really, really good inside because I look forward to these Sundays. I look forward to us as a community showing that we value reading, showing our youth, especially us as adults, because it's a mix in here. Yes, we have adults, we have young people, and you guys are playing together. And in the spirit of fun competition, right? Of course, you should want to win. All right. We're teaching our kids. Yes, you should want it. Questions was whooping on me. The questions was whooping on you. That's all right. Well, you know what? Hopefully this will encourage you. Number one, if you guys, especially for my older folks, right? When I say older, I'm talking about like teenagers on up. Read the autobiography of Malcolm X. If you haven't read it, please make sure that you read that. That is a must read. You know how they try to tell our kids, especially when they get in middle school, that they should read like To Kill a Mockingbird. You know, that's like the go-to book for middle school. The autobiography of Malcolm X, that should be a must read. Okay, life-changing book. And then for my younger folks, again, let me stop sharing real quick. Again, this book, excellent job, poetic form. It goes from the beginning all the way to the end, and it hit up those important points. That's what I love about this book. It was hitting those important points in his life, from his birth and his parents, being, Garveyites, him learning, understanding that that's where those teachings came from. And then, just all the way, of course, what happened to his father and then his mother. I absolutely just love how this book was written, because and really anybody of any age can enjoy the book. So with that being said, I thank you all for joining me. You guys spent, 37 minutes together, going on close to 40 minutes together. Before we end, again, I want to just remind you guys see the ticker on the bottom. If you would be so kind to send a donation to our organization, ABC Read. We are in the business of combating the high levels of illiteracy that have been plaguing our Black and brown and underserved communities here in the greater Cleveland area. We've been doing it consistently, y'all. Okay, and this is one of the ways we do this. These kinds of books, we've given this book to the community, okay? We give all kinds of books to our community. And I just want to show you guys real quick, my book club folks. Yes, we had just finished completing this book. Yeah, you are very welcome. We finished completing this book together, and our book club participants, they were able to keep this book. We had discussion, and they were able to enjoy a beautiful, delicious meal. And it was sponsored by ABC Read. We're about to embark upon our second youth book club, which starts in June. All right. And we are definitely asking for donations for that, because again, it helps to pay for us being able to give the books to our participants, as well as treating them to a meal. All right. Imagine these young people, they're going to have something to talk about. You're talking about 8 to 10-year-olds being able to have a discussion about a book. All right. Most 8 to 10-year-olds, we already know what they be doing, right? A lot of them, we got to pull them away from the devices, pull them away from the games. But they're convening over a book that they've read together. Come on. I love that. I don't mind putting my dollars towards something like that, okay? Because, they're going to be our future leaders. And in order to be a future leader, you have to become a great reader. All right? So, last but not least, I co-authored this book, Healed, Empowered, Resilient. You can grab it on Amazon. I'm one of the 10 amazing women come together to share our stories. My chapter is Escaping the Fear Trap House. This book right here is life-changing. Do you hear me? Life-changing. Go grab your copy right now, Amazon, all right? And get your life-changing book in your hands, okay? Because we all about literacy up in here. So I'm going to stop there. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this time, the game together. Please come back next Sunday, inshallah, same time, same station. Make sure that you have subscribed. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure that you do so. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you like. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you hit the notification bell. All right. I thank you all for listening. And remember to please keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. And reading is freedom, like the mug says. Peace.